Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name's Janelle. I film new videos every Wednesday, and today I'm here with this full beat makeup tutorial. I still don't know what I want to title this video. All I know is that when I went to go film today, I just wanted it to be like full beat, extra, just like bronzy, sultry tones. Like I wanted to go in with my makeup today. And I figured this look would be perfect for any sort of special occasion, any night out, a date night. And with prom season being in full swing, I think that this would be a super bomb prom makeup, and it's super simple. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I got the super smoky, bronzy, glam look, then definitely keep on watching. But before you go anywhere, definitely don't forget to subscribe. I'm so thankful for all of you guys who have subscribed so far. It literally means the world to me. And I film new videos every Wednesday, so you won't be disappointed. Just hit that little subscribe button, the notification bell, so you're notified when I upload. And I would love and appreciate you more than you know. Without further ado and rambling, let's jump into this glam prom special occasion makeup look. Guys, so we're starting off with the face already prepped and moisturized, and I do have my brows on, my eyes primed. To moisturize and prep my skin, I use my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer. I have been loving this for my skin. It's such a thin consistency. It leaves your skin nice, hydrated, and tacky, and I find that with it, my foundation goes on so smooth that I literally don't even need a primer. So I think today I'm actually gonna start with my eyes first and then clean everything up and do my foundation. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in. So I'm gonna start off by taking this matte color and just sweeping that all over my crease. So next I'm gonna be taking the shade Soft Brown by MAC. This is like one of my OG favorite transition colors. I'm gonna take it with the same brush, the JH31. So today I'm also going to be playing with my Morphe 35M palette again. Going into this color in the palette, I'm going to put that a little deeper in my crease. So with the same exact brush, I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit along the tip and dust that a little bit lower in my crease. Using a super light hand, the colors in this palette are definitely pigmented, and with that pigmentation, you really have to take your time blending and just really lightly going into the product. So taking this color in the palette, it's such a beautiful muted medium dark brown. I'm gonna take that with my Morphe M433. So I'm coating both sides of the brush, and I'm gonna stamp it kind of along this area here, and then blend it slightly into the outer edges of my crease. I'm taking that same exact color with a small pencil brush and just getting it super close to my lash line, and then stamping it in this outer area here and lightly dragging it out. Going back in with that same blending brush, we're just going to soften the edges, the same one that has a little bit of that same color left on it. So next, with this black in the color, I'm going to take my MAC 212, any sort of flat definer brush, and put that really close to my lash line, kind of stamping it like I would a liner. And then what I like to do so that it stays thinner closer in is I'll bring it underneath of my lashes and lightly just stamp it closer to the inner corner. That way it goes from like thin to thick. Now I'm just taking a pencil brush. This was actually from a look I tried to film earlier, and it has a little bit of black left on it, and lightly blend out the edges. I'm kind of going like right on top of where I stamped, but since the brush is thicker, it'll just lightly feather the edges without bringing it too high up. Going back in with the Morphe M433 that still has that like neutral brown on it, I'm just again gonna tap on top and blend into my crease. And then now, just so I can get an idea of how the makeup looks so far, I'm just gonna take a makeup wipe and clean up the edges. Following that, I'm gonna take this MAC Dazzle Liquid Shadow. I'm just gonna squeeze some on the back of my hand and use my MAC 242 to stamp it on my lid. Shadow is so stunning, and this is in the color Rayon Rays. Now with the MAC Dazzle liquids, you do have to work quick and work in thin layers. You don't want to layer these or they will kind of like chunk off. But I find that as long as you use a light sweet, they are absolutely stunning. So then right over top of that, since I want to have some fun with that look, I'm going to take some gold loose glitter. This is one that I got in the MAC like holiday collection. With the same MAC 242 brush, I'm going to take some more of the Dazzle liquid. This in particular color already has gold flexes in it, but just because I want it a little bit more intense, I'm going to take a little bit of that glitter. And these make such a great glitter glue. Like it really gives the glitter something to stick to, and then it keeps it in place all day. And it just gives such a pretty sparkle. So next, with any sort of fluffy blending brush, I'm just taking some transparent powder, buffing that under my brow just to help blend the edges of all of my crease colors. So we'll come back to the eyes in a second, but for now we're gonna move on to the face. Since I wanna do like full glam, full beat, we're just gonna go in. I'm gonna use a full coverage foundation. Today I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty foundation once again. At first, when I first used this foundation, I wasn't obsessed with it, but now that I've started using that Kiehl's moisturizer, I feel like it goes on so much smoother. Underneath of that, I do want a shimmer. So I'm gonna take this Makeup Revolution. It's kind of like a jelly highlighter. As you can see, I'm just gonna take a tiny bit and just pop that on the tops of my cheeks and also along my forehead, just so that some glow is peeking through. So with my Morphe Beauty Sponge, I like tapping it kind of like in the 4 sections of my face, and then I'll just blend it out from there. Ever since my previous video where I started using the Anastasia contour stick, it's actually like just a dark foundation, I have been hooked. This blends out so smooth. It is a little bit dark for me, but with a little bit, like it blends out so nice. My favorite brush of all time for blending out my cream contour is my Sephora foundation brush. This is like a little bit smushed but dome shaped, so it just blends it out so easy. So I'm just gonna spray my brush with some Fix Plus. So I'm really going in on bronzing my forehead just because this will help me look more tan than I actually am. I'm going to take my sponge with whatever foundation is left on it and just use that to buff out the edges. To brighten up my under eyes, I'm using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Macadamia. Now, to be honest, I've never actually been a huge lover of this concealer, and I've tried it several times. The one time where I did start liking it, I literally like ran out. So I finally picked it up again. I'm like determined to like it because so many people love it, so many makeup artists use it. So we're gonna give it a fair shot again. And I'm gonna use this to clean up the sides of my nose. I'm also gonna use it to brighten up underneath of my eye. I think my biggest issue with this concealer is how little product actually comes in it. Like, I feel like so many other concealers come with so much product. And this one, I feel like it runs out so soon. I'm taking my Morphe E15 and I'm gonna use that to just blend out the edges of my nose contour. So to set my entire face, I'm going to be using my Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder. I want to use this just because I don't want to completely mattify my skin. I want it to be full coverage but with like a soft sheen to it, like a nice satin finish. Kind of like doing these. And then just really like press it into my skin and underneath of my eyes. Next, to bake my under eyes, I'm going in with my Ben Nye Fair Translucent Powder. Looking so cute. So for bronzer, again, I'm going to be using my MAC Cosmetics Spring Bling Highlighting Powder. Again, like I mentioned in my last video, it's not a highlighting powder. It is definitely a bronzer, and it is a dang good one. I'm just kind of stamp it on my cheekbones. I like kind of like stamping it and doing sweeping motions like this without jerking it too much. That way I don't move around my foundation, and that way it just looks super smooth. And then with that same brush that I used to blend out my cream contour, I'm going to lightly dip into the bronzer And then just kind of graze it along the sides of my nose just to kind of redefine and kind of set that contour in place. With the bottom of my Morphe sponge, I'm going to take the same powder and slightly clean up underneath of the contour. I'm just going to buff that away. For blush today, I'm going to mix my MAC Mineralized Bronzer in Lovejoy along with Modern Mandarin by MAC. So I'm just going to take that with the same brush that I used for my bronzer and lightly dip into both and then just sweep it along my cheeks. For highlight, I'm going to be using my MAC Hyperreal palette. I'm going to take this lash color that's like a perfect peachy gold tone and put that at the top of my cheekbone, super high up, and just wrap it around, kind of like angling it and then bringing it under my brow. Put some at the tip of my nose, down my nose, also on the upper part of my lip and chin. Going back in with my beauty sponge, I'm just going to press everything together. Going back to the eyes, I'm going to take the black that was left on my definer brush and put that right on my lash line. With a different definer brush, I'm going to take the dark brown in the palette that we use and put that a little bit beneath of it. And then last, with any sort of pencil brush, I'm taking the initial color we placed in the crease. I'm going to use that to blend those two colors out. To make this look super sultry and super smoky, I'm going to take my black liner by MAC in Engraved and put that right in my waterline and also on my upper. To highlight my inner corner, I'm taking this color in the MAC Hyperreal Gold palette. And then, since I want to make it as extra as possible, I'm going to be doing a wing liner using my Physicians Formula liner. I did kind of bring that black out kind of far, so I kind of just want it along the edge to maybe like fade out into this smoke liner. So we'll see, just kind of watch what I do. And however this ends, that's how I end up doing it. I'm going to start super close in here, stamping it right along my lashes, and then again, thicken it as I go out. Going back in with that same shader brush that has any black left on it, I'm just going to stamp it right on the top of the wing liner just so that it kind of smokes out into nothingness. So I'm whipping out my Lily lashes in the style Miami, super dramatic, super fluttery, just winged out. I'm also going to highlight underneath of my brow bone using the same shade I use as my inner corner highlight. For lips, I'm going to be using my MAC Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick in Burnt Spice. And I'm going to top that with my MAC Cream Sheen Lip Gloss in Boy Bay. These two are like my favorite nude combo ever. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I am so happy with how it came out. If you guys enjoyed, definitely don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for new videos every Wednesday, and definitely do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload. I love and appreciate you all so much for clicking on this video and watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!